This is a demo of how to configure and run a brand new application in the Windows Azure cloud. Also how to enable it to have a Facebook authentication. First thing we need to do is sign into the Windows Azure. There is a free trial with 90 days with unlimited access. So I have signed up for a free service. I log into the portal using my Microsoft Live account. So there are several services available in the cloud. What we are interested is in creating a website. The way we create a website is go to the website tab and just click the new button, and then here we wanted to specify the base URL and specify the region and say create website. Now the website is getting created. The second thing we need to do is have a backing database to support this new website, and the way to easily create the backing database is going down here and saying manage link resource. I want to link a resource. I want to create a new resource. It will be a SQL Server database, and I want to choose a server instead of using an existing server. I wanted to create a new server. I wanted to create a new login and have a password. And then I'm done. So now it is creating a authenticated, and this database, the database is going to be linked to the website. And here's a connection string that I need to use in the application. The next thing that we need to do is create a new project in Visual Studio 2012. I'm going to use the MVC4 template to create the project, and then I'm going to create a new project in the Team Foundation service. I'm going to check in the new project into that service and then connect it to the cloud so that it auto deploys to the cloud whenever I check in any code. So the first step is creating a new project in the Team Foundation service that I have subscribed for. So I already have these projects. I wanted to create a new team project. Leave the defaults, and now I'm creating a new project. Project is ready. Now I need to create the new project in Visual Studio. The way I do it is just go new, do project. It's a MVC4 application. I don't want unit test for this project. I select internet application. and it's going to create a new template project. By default, the template project comes up with a user registration screen that is backed by a local database. The first thing that we need to do is we need to change the configuration so it doesn't use a local database but a SQL Server database. The way we do it is in the web.config file. I need to go and update the connection string, which we will do it in a minute. The project is created. Now we need to update the connection string. So I already copied the connection string from the cloud database from here, so I'm going to just paste it in my web.config. And then I also specify the connection factory as a SQL connection factory. So I have saved it. Now I want to check in the code into the cloud Team Foundation service. So I pretty much say add, let me switch my workspace. Now there you go. So I create a new folder in the project, and then I'm going to check in the code here. So now it's adding the project to the code, to Team Foundation service. The check-in is complete. Now I need to attach the website that I created in the cloud to the Team Foundation service. The way we do is click this button, set up TFS publishing. I specify my TFS credentials. It authenticates me, and then it shows me the list of projects that I have created. I wanted to set up triggers for this website, this project that I created in TFS, and I click OK. Now the website is connected to Team Foundation service, and the project that I have here is connected to Team Foundation service. So whenever I do a check-in, it's going to trigger a build in Team Foundation server, and it's going to publish it in the website that we created. It should trigger any minute. There you go. Deployment is done. So now we can test the app. The URL shows up in here, so I pretty much just have to click this link. This is the newly created website that has basic database authentication. So the page shows up. I could register a new user. This is a test user. I am registered. it logs me in and shows me my name. Now what we don't have here is Facebook authentication. In order to turn it on, you go back to the application that we have in Visual Studio and search for the keyword Facebook. So there is a class called auth_config where we need to configure the Facebook application. So it's already pre-wired with different authentication services. We just need to obtain the app ID and app secret code for Facebook authentication to work. First thing we need to do is uncomment this code, and then we need to get the app ID and app secret from Facebook. The way we need to do is well documented in the Microsoft documentation link that is provided here. We open that link. So for Facebook, I need to go to Facebook developer site and create a new application. I already have few applications set up, but I'm just going to create a new app here. Give it a random name. Hit continue. With the registration of the app process. And in this page, I need to specify what service I want to use from Facebook. All I need is a login. Use the Facebook login. So I am going to enable it. It's going to ask me what URL that I want to support. And I specify the URL here. I take this URL and specify it here. And then save changes. Here I have the app ID and the app secret code. I'm pretty much just going to copy it. And Facebook support is done. So now I need to just save it, check in the code, check in the code. It's going to check in, which in turn is going to trigger a build. So check-in is done. Build is going to trigger in a few seconds. So build is triggered. So now this is the active deployment, and when I refresh the page, I am going to see Facebook authentication turned on. At this point I can click it, and this is a one-time pop-up that comes up to attach my Facebook profile to the website. And once it completes the registration, my name is obtained from Facebook. I register, and I'm logged in using my Facebook account, and here's the name as it appears on my Facebook account.